everybody on YouTube, it's Luck Dragon Girl, and today I'm going to start showing some of my Ever After High dolls. Well, I'm going to show all of them eventually, but we're going to start out with Apple White, who was the first one to have a webisode explaining her story. Apple White is the daughter of Snow White, as you can see from that little piece of the box. There are lots of reviews about her already, but I'm just going to do my own, just for the heck of it. She came with her own little bookmark. She's a royal. The bookmark tells a story about them. It's a few chapters, so it gives you a good idea of the character. Royals want their destiny, and her destiny is to be the next Snow White. She also comes with a brush, shaped like a key. It's in gold tones. She comes with a stand as well. Ever After High stand. This is all in gold. Unlike the newer stands where the back piece is clear, the first dolls had solid back pieces. Okay. Let's get a closer look of her. Here's her face. She's got bright blue eyes, kind of a light blue, and pale skin. Her eyebrows are kind of a darker blonde color. And her makeup's pretty simple. She's got red lips, of course. Being the daughter of Snow White, you'd expect red lips. She's got black lashes, that type of thing. Slight blush. Her hair is a nice blonde color in curls/ringlets. It's a bit messy, but most of the dolls at the store, when you go, they tend to be pretty messy. The worst doll I ever have seen for Ever After High was an Apple White, where the hair was just falling in front of her inside the box. It was pretty funny. She's got the blonde hair. In the cartoon, it's sort of over her shoulder, which is what they tried to do here. I'll show you what I mean. You see this? You can see how her hair swept. This bit here, underneath the hair, is to try to force the hair to go over here. And you can see the back of her head is painted yellow. You see, based on how the hair is rooted, they meant for the hair to go over this way. It just doesn't really work that well on the real dolls. That's okay. I kind of like her with her hair straight behind her, more or less. I may one day redo her curls and try to control the frizz and the mane, because it's way messy. Her earrings are gold, and it's this little apple with a bow. Her necklace, I have no idea what that is, but it's a little gold necklace. Her dress is quite pretty. It does have one major fault, and I'll get to that. It's a nice red dress. Top's red with a little black lace. It is separate from this cute little jacket. The jacket's adorable. This is meant to look like a quilted type material, I guess. But what it is a print. So they did a shadow underneath these gold string-looking things to look like it's 3D. It's a really good effect. It actually does look 3D, even though it's perfectly flat printed fabric. Her dress really needed straps. It has no straps. They needed plastic straps on it because when you put the doll on the stand, a lot of times the dress drops, almost to expose her. Sometimes it does expose her. So when you put her on a stand, make sure you hold her dress up by the bodice so it won't fall down and look a little weird. The skirt's got this nice overlay here. Very pretty how it fades. The color starts here bright, fades to white. Some nice detail work. On both sides is the same print. It's that flower. You can see the little details all the way up here on it. You can see, same thing on this side. Very nice. Underneath that is this red material with gold on it. This reminds me very much of a Mattel doll from the 1990s that I had, which was Western Stampin' Tara Lynn, part of the Western Stampin' Barbie collection. I loved that doll. She had a Stiffy head mold. She was very pretty. The only time they did her was that Western Stampin' line. Black hair, blue eyes, a very pretty doll. Anyway, going on down, she's got black stockings with the seams of the backs, her legs. I do pose my dolls, so pardon the fact that they're not standing statically on their stands. Her shoes, I'm not a big fan of her shoes. I think they're probably the worst. A little bit of dust back there. They're kind of supposed to be apples, but you can sort of see it, sort of not. It's a very loose interpretation of apples. And then you've got these gold ribbons in front. I don't know. I think it's a bit strange. Speaking of apples, she does have a purse. I do cut the plastic bits off, the little rubber bands. Wow. This comes off, I promise. Hold on. What in the world's going on here? Oh, there we go. Purse does come apart. It almost looks like this is meant to be a crocheted bag. Fits together quite nicely. It's one of the most spacious purses that came with the dolls. She has on this gold bracelet with this little design on it. Where is that little piece I'm looking for? Yeah, there's a bow. It's going to be hard to see. There's a little bow right there where my finger is. Then she has her ring, which I glue the rings to my doll's fingers with Eileen's tacky glue. That way I don't have to use the plastic on them. Holds it on there, it dries clear. You can pull the ring off later and just scratch the glob of paint off. Does not hurt your dolls. You can get that at Walmart. It's a bow, gold bow. And her crown is on her headband. So she's got this red headband with the red bow, which is something that Disney started with Snow White, to have that red bow. And everybody likes to put a red bow on Snow White's head. Even though the Grimm's fairy tale has no indication that Snow White wore a red bow on her head. It's kind of funny. It's neat how it's funny, but it's interesting too. How Disney shapes this character so much. A little small crown, which is very cool. And that's Apple White. Of the 4 dolls, the first 4 in Wave 1, she's probably the second best executed. The best executed is Raven Queen. This is probably the second best, with the exception of her dress. The dress has that issue, but she's still a very well done doll. Her face is quite pretty. I think she has one of the prettier faces in the line so far. And yeah, she's Apple White. She's the little royal that's the main character, the main royal character. I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you. Bye.